Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Guys, hold on,
It's
Tony, you
quite
need to turn
simply
that up. That's just...
Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Wow, that was loud. Hey,
Yeah.
Scott, are you going to join the Taliban? Oscar tells me something 5 minutes before we go on the air, and I cannot get by. We'll get to it later, but it's Oscar talking to his father who wants to know if Oscar's going to
He has
be
questions,
in the Taliban.
Mike, questions.
He has questions about you, but it's not about you or me or anyone else right now because it's all about the listeners, and that's why we play this particular song every single Wednesday or Thursday because, ladies and gentlemen, more than anything else, believe me, it's all about you. There you go. Now tighter and brighter for your listening pleasure. Happy Thursday, everybody. Day late. We sometimes do it on Wednesday. Sometimes we do it on Thursday. Deal with it. Congratulations to Mitchell Muleisen or Muleisen. It's Muleisen, I think, the way it's sounded out here. Muleisen, who is officially in his douchebag 30s as of February 16th, but his dad says he's been plenty douchey for a long time.
I like that.
A listener writes, sorry for being an ass clown who waited until the last minute. My name is Michael Schneider, or Snyder. I am from Baltimore, and my 37th birthday was last week. Could you squeeze me in? Well, yes,
birthday,
of course
buddy.
we could. Yes, a very happy birthday to you. Our TMOS name of the week, Maudine. Maudine.
Oh, a ballad. Look at that.
Maudine Crawford. It's actually a takeoff on one of the, Rolling Stones' top 25 country music songs.
Oh, really?
A song by the one and only Dolly Parton called Jolene. And I used the melody of Jolene and put it to Maudine.
A
You see,
Renaissance
that's
man.
how I did that. You knew nothing of what I was talking
I
about.
know who
just
Dolly
then.
is in Dollywood.
Yes, Dolly. I actually met Dolly back in the day when I was a much younger man with a bright red leprechaun beard. Anyway, Maudine Crawford. Maudine, she'd like to wish a happy birthday to her spouse, Richard Crawford. Dick is from Citrus Heights, California. And Maudine! There you go. I'm Maudine. And now let's get right to our letters. Dear TMOS, thank you guys for all your hard work and hilarious entertainment over the years. After listening to Thursday's show, I had to write. I have been in the restaurant business for 11 years and a chef owner for the last 8. And I must say that, yes, Alton Brown is hard to take and overcomplicates things with the minutia of every detail. But I'm a fan. It's the only cooking show that can still teach a professional a thing or two. So, I want to know what this guy, he's got to have it
what is
one
he
way or the
learning?
other,
Yeah.
okay? I mean, why are you sitting on that fence,
Do you
hey?
hate him or do you love him?
He says it's the only cooking show that can still teach a pro a thing or two, but only the reruns of Good Eats. The other show he hosts are unwatchable. He's not a nerd. He's more of a dick. Well, I think I know what side he's lining up. And incidentally, words I don't care for, unwatchable, unlistenable. I see a lot of that lately. I don't care for that. Thank you. The rest of the cooking shows are for housefrows, except maybe for Giada's plunging necklines or Nigella's sweater bunnies. This is for the Real Food Network people. That barefoot troll with the closet case husband probably makes the tastiest food, but I digress. I believe he
barefoot
might be.
Contessa.
Yes, very good, Oscar. Very good.
Oh, I know a thing or two about a thing or two. That's all I know.
That's terrific. Sincerely, Angelo Michelli. Paschini's Fine Italian Food in Live Oak, California. Well, if I'm ever in Live Oak, I'll have to drop in.
Gonna have to bill you for that, sir.
That's wonderful. P.S. I turned 37 on February 22nd, and my wife won't email you guys. Too busy on Pinterest, I guess. Wow.
Building her
Sounds
boards.
Like, well, I'll tell you, Angelo, sounds like you got some issues there, but we love you. Moving right along. Hello, boys. Yes, I admit it. I am a gay.
Oh, yay.
And listen to this.
We need more of those on the show.
And shiver, I'm gay for Pony Boy. The problem is I have a friend who is also gay up in Philly, and he, too, is gay for Pony Boy.
Ah, nice.
He's a TMOSian as well. What the hell are we going to do? You guys are killing me. Rob's not here. He's sick. I have attached a Morrissey song called Tony the Pony. Please play it. Dedicated from all of Pony's gay fans because Morrissey just oozes queen. Maybe you could add it to the Pony Boy montage. Are we playing it right now?
I suggest a tag team, Mike, but they'd break him in half.
It's coming from Pony's computer, which is, of course, built in 1971. That's why it's so far away. All right, let's listen.
Well, that's all he said.
That's all he said.
That's all. Can you play it from the top and maybe play? Can you play it? Is your computer maxed out all the way?
I'll pot up the volume for you.
All right, here we go. Let's listen again.
When you're free outside, so cold and hard and controlling.
Wow. Wowzy woo-woo.
Got a fan club.
Hey, Pony Boy, I want to oil you up, oh, my Pony Boy. Anyway, the guy says, I effing love you guys, but every now and then I want to bitch slap Oscar for his crappy pop culture taste.
Whoa.
He is just so effing Tommy McFly. Ugh.
Oh,
but
man.
That is that's bad.
That's a
that
low
would,
blow.
that would piss me off.
That is a low blow.
Tommy
How dare
McFly,
you, sir?
that's about as bad an insult as you can give one of us.
Fully employed DJ.
Tommy McFly.
Please.
Tommy McFly, that little germ.
I've never actually listened to his program.
Yeah, well,
I'll have to check
he
in.
he prowled the halls at Jennifer Street when I was working for
he did?
Citadel/Cumulus. I didn't work for Cumulus. They bought the station and went, bye, Mike. But the fact is, Tommy McFly was a guy that was always kind of trying to network and trying to claw his way. One of those little guys. Anyway,
Hard
but
workers. How dare
I
they?
can still love the no, even more than that. But I can still love the tasteless Bolivian. He should beware. His objectification of women makes the gay man's head turn. This is a funny letter. Cheers, boys, and please don't stop. You keep me sane in this stupid effing D.C. metro area. Your spleen. Chad, in the high-priced ghetto known as North Bethesda, say with teeth clenched. That's a great letter. Thank you, Chad. We appreciate it. Nate Johnson writes, I got hit pretty hard by the news of Jon Stewart's retirement. It feels like I'm losing a friend. I thought to myself, the only thing worse than this would be if the Mike O'Mara show stopped potting it up. It's not going to happen. We got nothing else to do. So I decided to nut up and bought my first TMOS VIP membership. Well, what? If Jon Stewart motivated you to, I'm not going anywhere. I appreciate that. And,
Thanks,
I'm
buddy.
very grateful that you did that. Although I've been a Mike-O-maniac.
Mike
These letters are funny today.
I love it.
Although I've been a Mike-O-maniac since day one of the podcast, I've always been an a la carte bonus show guy. But I have to say, buying the membership is a rush. It's like when you sign up for a porn site and you can watch any video. Excuse me, I've got a lot of bonuses to deal with. That's good, and he's absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
Warmest regards from Nate. We appreciate that. Next letter, salutations. Last week, Mike mentioned that if any listeners wanted to submit a song for the TMOS theme, to go ahead and send them. Well, here's one for you. The band and I recorded this track 2 weeks ago, and I think that the instrumental version of the song works well for an intro. Hope you like it. If not, then S&D. Kidding. I love the show. Included are both the instrumental track and full track. Ciao, ciao, John Talamantis, and our band's name is Synthetic Chocolate.
Well, you know what? We're not included because I don't have them.
Oh, well, band member didn't attach it.
There you go.
They didn't attach it. Are you
There you
shocked,
go.
Mike? Are you shocked that
you
a
knew
band
we'd
member
have
didn't attach it?
Pony.
Well, I don't
Okay.
think it's Pony's fault.
Well, whose fault is it? I mean,
Well, who
was
sent
it Rob's
them
fault?
over?
Well,
The mailbag.
Yeah. Is it the mailbag?
what? What do you mean? What?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out who's
Well,
fault.
he sent you some stuff, correct?
Pony, did he send
did.
it to you or did he send it to Rob and then Rob sent it to you?
Turn the music down. We
Oh,
have
no problem.
it's time for, ladies and gentlemen, it's time
Okay.
for an inquisition.
Nice.
It's the way it goes.
I love
This is the
inquisitions.
way it
These are the
goes
best.
all the time. So, Sick Boy sent what? Some elements to you, but not all of them, or what?
I did not get the band intro. I did get the Tony the Pony stuff, though.
Okay.
So, in other words, you weren't sent the songs, even though in my mailbag, in
There's-
parentheses, it says Rob has the songs.
Rob has the songs.
Well, I guess Rob still has the songs.
Well,
Okay.
maybe Rob's not at 100%, and
Yeah,
he
well-
might have missed those attachments.
We could
All
just
right.
pretend we really liked it, and I'll put it in post.
We
Well,
don't
maybe
like
we'll
to.
have to-
We don't like
we'll-
to pretend, Mike. I mean,
we'll
Rob.
have to hear it another time, I suppose. But
Yes.
after reading that entire letter, I would have appreciated being stopped. But anyway,
Are you
hello, hello, fellows. Jesus Christ. My birthday is this Sunday, Feb 15th, so hopefully I get this to you in time. I've been a fan since the day I discovered the old... This is the problem with one person doing things at the home. That's the problem. That is the problem.
We
I don't
now
hear
have
anybody.
redundancy.
I don't. I'm glad we have redundancy.
Yes, we're gonna have
No
that.
more do things happen at home.
Okay.
I think we have to make sure they all make their way into our little studio. Next letter says, "Hello, fellows. My birthday is this Sunday, Feb 15. So hopefully, well, that was I guess not Feb 15 because today is February 19th.
Yeah. Well,
but
maybe
it
they
continues.
got it in a little late.
I'm so glad he's sick. I'm so glad he is fucking sick
Mike, we can do
because this just reeks of him. Anyway, I've been a fan since the day I discovered the old show while working nights in the mid-'90s. I found the podcast not long after getting fired by CBS Radio myself
Aw, man.
and have not missed an episode in the last 5 years. Your show and your refusal to quit in the face of any obstacle. Well, to be honest with you, the obstacles I'm getting today are maybe forcing me out the door, to be perfectly honest with you. That any of you have ever faced has been a constant source of inspiration to me as I have kept plugging away with my band, another band. Jesus, if there's a song here, I will be summarily
Well, don't
pissed off.
most DJs have bands?
I think it's a
Right?
prerequisite that
Yeah.
if you have any, I mean, even the slightest musical talent, that you actually start your own DJ band at some
Every
point. and
guy
I
I've
have
ever
one.
worked with, either a producer or a
Yes.
host I worked with, had a
Right.
band that and that band somehow made it to every radio station promotion I
That's right.
ever worked.
I will be very grateful that when I did have my DJ band, that we actually got paid, which
Oh,
was something
look at
that I was
this.
happy about.
By
I
the
actually,
radio station?
No, by the venues that we would go to,
Oh.
and after the fact, it was kind of separate from the radio station because
Touring, if you will.
they on a couple of occasions the radio station came to me. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why they fired me. Can you bring your band out to the? No. That's what I would say to them. No, I would tie the band into the radio station, but the radio station was never allowed to bone the band. It just
No,
didn't
no,
work that way.
no.
I didn't let that happen. Anyway, your fearlessness instills a similar feeling in those that have listened to you all these years. We certainly don't agree on everything. I'm an avid cyclist and soccer fan. I love people who listen to this show. But the real-life, everyday events you all speak of seem to mirror those in my life and those close to me, which is a testament to just how real and good your show is. It feels like you're hearing how your friends are doing every day. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, one of our friends is not doing real well today, so he's not here today. So
at
he
home
couldn't
or
come
at
in and
work.
face the music. Exactly. It feels like you're hearing how your friends are doing. Anyway, thank you for the inspiration and the funny. Please keep up the good work. Regards, Matthew Lindley from Portland, Oregon. And that's wonderful, Matthew. And our
Thanks,
final
buddy.
letter comes to us. Let me see. It says, "Hello, guys. God damn it. I was listening to the bonus show as I was straightening up and laying out pre-Valentine snacks for my girlfriend to enjoy when she comes over. Brie and crackers. Mother effer. Brie and crackers. Great.
Maybe it's
Just great.
maybe a
if you don't
situation.
listen, if you don't listen to the bonus show, you don't get that joke. If you listen to the bonus show, you're laughing your ass
Some
off
bad
right
timing
now.
right there.
And now, boys, start the show, you humps.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Hi, hello. Woo! What you got there?
Margie, thought you might need a little warm-up.
Thanks a bunch. So what's the deal now? Carrie says triple homicide?
Yeah, looks pretty bad. 2 of them are over here.
Where is everybody?
Well, it's cold, Margie.
So we got a trooper pull someone over. We got a shooting. These folks drive by. There's a high-speed pursuit. Ends here, and then this execution type deal. I'd be very surprised if our suspect was from Brainerd.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. From his footprint, he looks like a big fella.
You see something down there, Chief?
No, I just think I'm gonna barf.
Jeez. You okay, Margie?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just morning sickness. Well, that passed.
Yeah?
Yeah, now I'm hungry again.
You had breakfast yet, Margie?
Oh, yeah. More made some eggs.
Yeah?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We are live from the Cabby Viper Studios from sunny Southwest Florida and our nation's capital. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, powered by Encore Insurance Services and heard daily for over 5 years at MikeO'MaraShow.com, online, on air, and on your mobile device. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it. And if you're here, you do too. Now, make no mistake, spring is right around the corner, and I know people are waiting for it this year. Springtime is the best time to visit Las Vegas for a good time. And you can get the best deals from Vegas.com. I don't know if you've looked at a weather map lately, but Vegas is enjoying incredible weather. You can go before springtime and have a great time. Whether it's spring break, March Madness, NASCAR, or just a much-needed getaway, Vegas.com is the way to do Vegas. They all work out there at Vegas.com. They live in Vegas. They work there. They party there. They know the people that set the deals, so the moment prices drop, Vegas.com drops them on their website in real time. They save you money on all the hot headliner shows, the tours, the attractions, the VIP bottle service that Oscar craves.
Oh, yeah.
At the top clubs, baby. Oscar will be in the VIP room at Pure this weekend. You will get the lowest rate on your hotel. Here's what they do. If your hotel rate drops after you book it, they tell you so you can rebook, and Vegas.com refunds the difference. So you've got the best price guarantee even after you've paid. And I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you, Mike. The deals are so good, they've caught you.
Yes, I'm allergic to great deals. Go to Vegas.com right now. Click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner and enter the code TMOS to receive an extra 10% off everything but air hotel packages. That's Vegas.com. Click on the microphone and get your bonus savings by using secret code TMOS and book it today, and we thank them. Vegas sounds great, even to me down here. We're getting, the Arctic air, the Siberian Express, or whatever the hell they're calling it this week, has actually moved down. We will have officially the coldest morning tomorrow, which is nothing compared to you guys on the East Coast, but it is compared to the regular temperatures down here. It is going to be under 30 degrees in certain areas of South
like a
Florida.
high here right now.
And they freak out right now because they got to cover up all them citrus plants, and you drive around and you see sheets covering everything. I'm not talking about the people that are in the Klan down here. I'm talking about the fact that people cover.
No meetings, Mike. It's just about saving the crops.
Saving the crops down here because it's going to be, I think, in inland areas, it's going to be underneath 30 degrees. It's going to be below freezing in a lot of the area down
Tomorrow morning, and today I think we had a wind chill of -10. Tomorrow morning will be the coldest it's ever been, in history, it looks like. If the forecast is correct, it'll be -20 wind chill. As everybody wakes up and goes to work. Has your blood thinned out yet? Usually when you go to a warmer climate. When I moved to Arizona, I remember by the time I came back from Arizona, I thought 60 degrees was chilly because my blood had thinned out.
100%. I went out. It was 54 degrees this morning. That's nothing. I mean, you guys would kill for 54 degrees up there. And I went out with the sweatshirt and the fleece over it. And, I'm wearing the jeans down here. It's just been, I've talked to people that are here all the time. Your average temperatures are mid to upper 70s during the this time of year down
that's
here.
why
So
people will go down there.
It's an anomaly that we're getting down here. And the thing about it is I'm watching all the coverage of this, and guys like Bill Maher bring it up, and I'll bring it up too. Nobody seems to be discussing this in terms of climate change because it might be a factor. One of the things they say is that
weather?
You get extreme changes in the weather pattern, and isn't I don't know anything about this science. I truly do, and I don't know if you guys do.
If you believe, and you've seen the day after tomorrow, you should be buying property in Mexico right now.
It's going to be
that's where we all go when we freeze over.
It's going to be an ice age, right? That's
Yes.
what happens because of the global warming. Is that look at Rofo?
Yeah, he
You know,
was
when
so
I see
sad
Rocco
that I had
every
his
day,
mic
what?
muted because I actually run a board here, and I had
Because
his mic muted. He said, "Yeah," and he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, my mic's not on."
Well,
Are you sad?
Oscar looks right at me as to say, "Please agree with me."
No.
And
I wasn't.
then
even,
I was like, "Okay, I'll agree with you."
This is when you're
And then
mistaken.
it was
I
muted.
wasn't even looking at you. I looked through you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That is quite the task.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at him. I just noticed he was there. I said, "Oh, he's there."
Rofo is there, and it's always nice to have our boys, all of our boys.
I've
here,
unmuted
and,
your mic, Rofo.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
How are you, Rofo? How's everything
I'm
going?
doing great. Really cold. I was had a nice conversation with the building guy this morning, and a lot of weather talk with him.
You mean like cold inside of your domicile, with your one bedroom flat that you're renting, or whatever?
Well, I'm in the basement. It's a little. It's definitely a little chilly down there. Yeah.
Do you have a thermostat in your basement? Can you control your own temperature?
No, I'm at the mercy of the landlord. So whatever he sets is what I get.
56 grados.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
What
56.
does that mean?
he's got a Latin landlord. I figure he puts it at 56 because he's probably a skinflint.
So did you really chat with the owner of the building today about the temperature?
Yeah. I mean, he just said, "Hey,
How did that go? Don't be sticky. Just tell me really how it went."
I said it's a little cold. Can you kick that up a little bit? And he said, "Yeah, I'll think about it." And that
Did
was
he
it.
really say, "I'll think about it"?
Yeah, that's what
Hey,
he
let
said.
me ask you something, Rofo.
Okay.
You're a man of larger carriage.
Yes.
Do you own a shirt with long sleeves? Because I've never seen you with one, I don't think. One time when you wore a suit.
Yeah, I have a.
Because you're wearing summer gear in the winter.
Well, I have a lot of button-down shirts, and those have sleeves on them. But again, as you said, I'm a man of larger carriage.
Yes.
So usually when those sleeves are down, I heat up really, really quickly. So I've learned that if I just wear short sleeves or just roll up the long sleeves, I'm good to go, and I won't sweat through my shirt as
I
quickly.
can back Rofo up on this. That non-fat people will know what I'm talking about. When you put on the dress shirt, anything that is a departure from the norm, these synthetic T-shirts that they
Yes.
and
Let
golf
you
shirts
breathe.
and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, they've really been a godsend for the larger people and anybody that wants to participate in any kind of athletics. But the fact is, when I throw the where was the last time I did it? Oh, Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, I was fighting. This was like a day before I got the killer cold.
Yeah.
And we go out to Valentine's Day, and because we're at Cocoon Club, they say, by the way, jacket and business casual is required for the men. And you don't see that
with all due
very
respect
often.
to where you live, you don't live in
Yes.
Bushwood, right?
I know.
So-
This is true.
Like, what are
but
they
they
trying to
wanted
prove?
they wanted to dress it up a little bit and have all the guys wearing
Yeah.
jackets, and I'm fine with that. But the fact that I was getting the cold, I really think that anybody under the age of 70 that was talking to me might have thought that I had a severe cocaine habit because I was having a conversation
That is so
with
great.
this. I was
Did you
having
see
a
that
conversation with this
sweaty
one
DJ?
guy,
He's
and
definitely on the yayo.
I'm having a glass of red wine, and that I think elevated the temperature as well. And I grab about 2 inches worth of cocktail napkins at the bar that I'm talking to, and I'm talking to this person, and everybody. When you're my age and when you're Carla, they're peppering us with questions. Even though I've owned a place down here since 2001, it's always getting to know you. I get so
they wanna
goddamn
know
sick of it.
where,
I truly
if
do.
Carla's from which Eastern Bloc country Carla's from.
Where did
They
I
want-
get the mail order bride? That's what they
want
want
to
to know.
figure out more about your dynamic.
Yeah, it's like, so tell me about yourself. So I'm giving my bio to everybody, and that makes me nervous, and that makes me manic. And so I take about a 1/4 inch of cocktail napkins, and I'm talking to this one lady. And as I'm talking to her, I feel the bead of sweat literally running down. Now, all these octogenarians down there are dry as a bone because they're not producing any fluids anymore. As a matter of fact, God is taking them away. You see that.
The well has gone dry, Mike.
So I am literally dripping with the sport coat on, and underneath the sport coat, I can relate to Rofo, I had the button-down shirt. And I could have worn a synthetic golf shirt, but I chose not to. And normally my flop sweats, which are legendary. Don Geronimo and I did a summer gig at a basement club, and we went down into this thing, and I sweated through. First time ever, never done it since, but I have to tell you this, I sweated through a sport coat. A silk sport coat that I was wearing back in the 80s. Now, when I say silk, I mean it was not
who was
shiny.
Croc and who was Tubbs?
You were there. But I'll never forget, I looked at it, and there's this dark patch on my left shoulder, and that's how much I sweat. My problem is, once those waterworks start, and I don't know about you, Rofo's younger, so once mine start, they don't stop.
I'm the same way.
Like a water
they
main
don't
break?
stop.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the only way that I can prevent them from continuing?
You got to call Miss Utility?
I have to. I have to go into a corner and lie down. That's it.
Oh no!
So this continues. I am grabbing napkins. We sit down at dinner. I'm not talking because I'm just trying to catch my breath, so I don't have to be peppered with questions. And one of the ladies across the way says, why don't you take that jacket off? You look a little warm. And
no, she
I'm
drew
so
attention to what you were
she
going
did.
through.
So at this point, I have a decision to make. That do I take the jacket off because I know what's going to happen if I do, or do I suffer in silence? But I said, well, you know what? The opening was there, so I said yes.
Yes.
I will flip off my jacket as I'm sitting at this dinner table. I take off my jacket. I've got a very nice Dillard's button down underneath
Only
it.
the best.
And yeah, right, yeah, only the best. Barney's in New York for me, baby.
What is that, Poplin?
So I peel this thing off, and it looked as though I had gone out in one of the lakes and dove in to the lake and then came back because the shirt underneath the sport coat was masking how bad it really was, and I never really stopped. I think maybe towards the end of the evening I stopped, but it's stuffy in there, and they don't want the air conditioning turned on because
chilly.
It's cold for them, for Christ's
Chilly.
sake. So I feel your pain, Rofo, but you look a little ridiculous on a 9-degree day wearing a black
you can't go to the
short-sleeve
building
shirt.
super and say, hey, man, it's a little chilly in here. And he looks at you. He's like, well, you're dressed for summer, son. Like,
But he's one of the undershirt people. You notice he's got the undershirt on.
Always.
Do you
Always.
always
the
with an
same
undershirt?
one always.
Not the same one. I've got a good rotation. Come on now.
What's your rotation? 2?
No, I got like 5 or 6. Pretty good.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
strong.
Good for the
I'll give you his rotation. It's Monday, Tuesday, Febreze. Wednesday, Thursday, Febreze.
All been there.
I have experimented with the antiperspirant because I am a profuse sweater. So I'm like, okay, these are the spots that I sweat in a lot. So maybe if I just put some, if I put in.
Wait, rewind. Wow. Your experiment goes how again?
Okay, so I'm like, okay, I'm sweating a lot in my armpits. I'll put extra antiperspirant in my armpits. And then I'll say, wow, I'm really starting to sweat on my back a lot now. So I'm like, okay, I'll do some on my back. And I've just found
You put antiperspirant on your back?
Again, this is the experiment.
Do you get your roommate to put it on your back?
Well,
Well,
no,
you can't reach with.
I try and reach around a little bit and give it the old reach around.
Yeah.
God, that's
But what I
disgusting.
found is it doesn't matter how much I put on in whatever place, the sweat will always find a way out and it'll manifest itself out in some wild places.
Have you thought of getting some?
Ass crack.
Oh yeah. I've experimented down there too.
Oh God, Mike! If I'm not mistaken, we're up on a break on that.
Yes, we are. Let's all just get the vomit out of our mouths and take a little break. We'll come back with more fun and more thrills. Oscar had a very interesting conversation with his papa. You know, sometimes I get these things and the show writes itself right at the beginning. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know, we love Cameron Hughes wine. Cameron Hughes finds premium vineyards that have a little extra supply Save room for Dad now. Then they buy the extra and sell these exceptional wines at great everyday prices. We are talking $100 bottles of wine for $15 to $20. I got a bunch of them in my kitchen right now. I was going to have one last night, didn't get around to it, but boy, do I love me the Cameron Hughes wine. They only buy wine from the best vineyards. So if it's chwine.com, you already know it's fantastic. CH Wine's been around enough time where I've talked to people down here that have used them for quite some time and really, really enjoy it. They have high-end wine at everyday drinking prices. You'll love it like we do. And I think everybody can agree, even the best wine connoisseurs among us will tell you that getting a good deal on a great bottle of wine feels great because wine can be very, very expensive. Especially, it's great with free shipping. Listen up. Here's the only way to get free shipping on your wine order. Visit chwine.com, click on the microphone in the upper left, and enter TMOS. Save a ton of money on shipping and get fantastic wine delivered right to your door. Boom. Bam.
Boom, bam.
That's chwine.com. Click the mic and enter TMOS for free shipping. chwine.com. Don't wait. This offer will not last. So we're here with Oscar and Rofo. Rob has this, as he calls it, a death sentence. That's what he's referring to this virus as.
He was supposed to, we got early word, Mike, that he just wasn't feeling better. And he's actually looking out for us, which is great, right? Because he wants the guys, at least here in the studio, to stay healthy.
I think you're being very, very generous. Okay. I think that Rob has never looked out for anyone except himself, but that's okay. That's right. No, I think he's really, really sick. I mean, the fact sucks. That when he texted us, and it's always good to get that timely, instruction that he will not be coming in at, this morning when I would have done it last night. But the fact is, he says that Julia got it, he got it, his kid got it. It's a rotavirus, it sounds like, right? But then you're hearing about all this bacteria that's floating around the country, and I think with cold temperatures, that bacteria can get indoors and cause all sorts of weird things to happen. You hear about whole schools going down.
And
with
you're
this
in
kind of crap.
school, and the kids, some of the kids, especially, there's just cesspools of germs, and they bring them home. I'm shocked this hasn't happened before. To be honest with you.
Now I have always talked about the fact that Rob Spiewak and Mike O'Mara, we both have a serious white trash streak. Okay, and let me explain something about white trash because I believe I have a good percentage of white trash in my coursing through my own veins. Okay,
well, I think that where you've lived also dictates that.
That where I live, where I've lived, and where I live. I think
he went
absolutely.
from Manassas to Florida.
Yeah, exactly. That's a white trash pipeline. That's the white trash above ground railroad right there. Absolutely. That's exactly what that is. No underground railroad. That's the above ground railroad where the white trash lives. But one of the things that I have noticed among my white trash friends is, and Rob doesn't fall into this category because he's dealt with doctors a lot, but he also approaches it like maybe I approach it sometimes. One of the things that I notice white trash does, white trash gets dumber when they get into any kind of medical situation. Have you ever noticed this? Rofo, you've been in Manassas a while. You know white trash.
You're pretty trashy.
Let me see if I want to make sure I articulate this correctly.
I love this, by the way.
Put them in an emergency room or in a hospital setting and have 11 people go visit the person that happens to be infirmed with whatever malady they have, then have them come out of the hospital and have a conversation with every single one of them about what's wrong, you will get answers like, we got him dead. Well, the doctor say he's going to be, he's got. It looks like his innards might be twisting up a little bit, I think, or something like that. I don't, so I'm not. What I think is that we've got to. I like to talk to the doctor. He's a funny guy. I like to fall out. He told me that he figured his brain just ain't hitting on all eight. He had a bad cough like a year ago. We took him into the ER. Doctor said that cough's probably because he's got a hole or two in his lungs. Jesse was really acting strange. Then he took a fall in the tub. We talked to the doctor, and I asked him what hit. Doctor said he got an inner ear thing. His inner ear ain't balanced with like his nasal passages. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where
it's the same
they
type
don't
of
listen.
conversation where when he stopped dipping, he started getting sick.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
he should have continued dipping, but the cancer
Exactly.
wasn't there beforehand.
Yeah.
It's because when he stopped dipping, the cancer crept in.
Exactly.
You get it's like lack of paying attention to what the doctor's really saying, combined with quackery that they pull in from various television shows. And Pony, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
You've gotten this, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and it's strange to me. So I was going to say, what exactly is wrong with Rob? But do you know? Remember when we were asking about Rob's kid?
Yes.
It was kind of the same thing. Rob said he was dehydrated. That's that. Did you get
No,
that?
you
That's what I
didn't
got
get
from
this.
Rob.
What I got, and Shannon called me heartless because and that's what she said. She said, "You're the most heartless man I know," because I was.
And I'm equally heartless because that makes me laugh out loud. That makes me spit my water out when I hear
I
that.
was explaining to Shannon why Rob with 2 B's wasn't going to make it to work for the second day.
Oh,
And-
no. Now this is where, okay, I'm out of this one. I'm not. This is the naked cruelty of Oscar Santana right
no,
here.
I thought I was giving a soft touch to the explanation.
Okay, let's
And
hear it.
so I
All right,
said,
might as well share your inner cookie with everybody
Rob
right
on
now.
Wednesday set the table for his 4-day vacation, whatever's going on. When I walked into work and he said, "Hey, little Robert's sick. He's in the hospital." And I said, "Oh my God, he's in the hospital. Like, do you want to go?"
We all freaked out about
Yes,
that.
yes.
We should point that out. With all our heartlessness, we all inquired because we were kind of freaked
We
out.
did the show. He didn't make it about him. He did the show. When we were done, as I'm here, usually I fly out of here like the DeLorean with two flames coming out of me, right? When I hit 88 miles per hour. But I stuck around for a little bit, and I heard him pick up the phone and call Carrie. And Carrie's like, he goes, "How's he doing?" And she goes, "Well, he's feeling better. He's still at home." But what he told me when he walked in, he told Pony, is that he was in the hospital. And I was like, "Oh my God, your son's in the hospital." But he never made it to the hospital. He was just at home kicking back. He felt better, right?
No, he went to the hospital one night, didn't he? Because Carrie, I found out about it when Carrie posted it on Facebook.
What I was told was that he was in the hospital, in the ER, right? That's
he
what I
might-
was told.
he
Pony,
may
was
have
that the case?
been.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, that's what we were told. So I said, "Do you need to go? Do you need to leave? Like, what's the story?"
Right.
He goes, No. I'm just glad I didn't have to make that call before I hit the road, because he found out as he was hitting the road that they were going to the ER, right?
Okay, all right.
So that's how I did the show. We did an hour and a half. I was worried about his kid. I was like, maybe he's got to go. Let's just wrap this up. Get out of here.
This is like 3 days ago.
This is 3 days ago.
Okay,
and then
very good.
I hear him make the call, and he didn't go to the ER. He wasn't in the hospital. So I said, "Well, that doesn't add up." But I didn't say anything, Mike, because I'm a loving person. And I said,
Well, wait a minute. Didn't Carrie mention on Facebook the night
"Who
before
knows?
that they were?
Maybe she just.
That's the whole point. Yeah, I'm not getting information, and I was concerned.
Mike, he wasn't in the hospital the day of the show, but we were told he was. That's all I know. Those are the facts, right?
He's so pissed off.
Those
at
are
you
the
right now.
those are the facts.
He would be so pissed.
Those
off
are the
at you
facts, right?
now.
So
yes, go ahead.
He's feeling better, but he did this
Go
whole
ahead.
song and
You
dance.
can tell I really hate this.
He did this whole song and dance about for 2 months. Little Robert's stomach has been hurting, and he's just concerned. So I was like, "Oh my God, for 2 months, and then
Right.
now he's in the hospital. This can't be good."
No, I mean we were very concerned
Yes,
about
yes.
that because we're very fond of those
But
kids and we want to make sure
He
they're okay.
wasn't in the hospital.
Right.
So
well, at any point he wasn't in the hospital.
I don't know. I just know the day he told me he was in the hospital, he wasn't. Right. So I said,
So he might have conjured a little bit.
who knows? But he's clearly a worrywart, and I was like, okay, you're worried. I get that. It's your son.
Well, who wouldn't be worried?
would
I'd be
the
out of
same
my
place,
mind.
right?
I'm gone.
But
if
I
my
would
kid
know
has anything,
if
I'm
my
not even
son's
here.
in the hospital or not. I would think I would know that, and I wouldn't go around telling everybody my son's in the hospital when he's not in the hospital.
So he was home.
So he was home.
He'd
felt-
already gotten home from the
He'd
hospital,
already-
but
No.
Rob didn't know that.
No, he never went that day because Carrie
Okay.
was supposed to take him, and he felt better, so he stayed at home.
Oh, so he was supposed to go
Yes.
back,
Yes.
and he never went.
Who knows? I just know the facts.
Well, all
are,
I know is I asked Rob, and it said dehydrated, and then he gave me a little
whatever.
answer with that.
In
and then,
my head, I said, this kid's probably just sick. It's what kids do. Okay, right? Like, I'm
Right.
glad your son's not in the hospital. It sounds like a win to me. Hopefully you don't get it. He got it, right?
Right.
So
exactly.
day one, he gets sick. His daughter gets sick. So now we know it's a virus that's going around. Thank God they didn't come. He wasn't a hero. He didn't try to be a hero. He didn't come to work. We're good, right? We're in the clear.
Yeah, because this is obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I would believe, based on the fact that his son got it, then his the sister got it, and then Daddy got
This
it.
is just
I would
what
think
happens.
this is you don't want to bring
This
that.
is just what
in there.
happens, right?
You want to swab down, and you guys ought to Purell up and sanitize the whole.
Every time I
studio
walk out
and
of here,
do
it's like
that.
I just did surgery. So,
yeah, exactly.
I wash
Right.
my hands all the way up to the elbow. And I
Right.
said, okay. And so Shan's like, well, is there anything we can do for him? I said, do for him? I was like, he's just sick. No big deal. I was like, what's the problem? And she looked at me. She said, you're the most heartless man I know. And I said, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, no one's in the hospital. They've got a stomach virus. We got to shake it off and move on.
Did you want
So
to cook
you
him a
knew
casserole?
yesterday.
I don't know.
A casserole. That's funny.
No
A loaded baked potato.
Yeah.
Here's your loaded baked potato. We heard you had some stomach problems.
And if
Thank you.
anything,
There
this
you go.
is
Yummy,
just what
yummy.
Rob needs.
Yes.
Like a little push in the right direction, if you know what I mean. A couple LBs lost.
Well, on that note, I think we should probably give Rob a call when we come back. If
okay,
we
perfect.
are we able to Skype Mr.
Yeah,
Spiewak?
let's
Is
do
that
that.
possible?
Why don't we do
We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll find out just what the hell is going on at the Spiewak household. And I don't know if we'll get any answers, but we'll get the sticky mouthed Rob, which is always fun. It'll be a 1-minute conversation. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know it. I know it. The time to buy insurance is now. And don't worry, because Encore Insurance is here to help. Encore surveys the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry. They compare the premiums. Encore will do all the work so you don't have to. It's free. There is no obligation, and no salesman will visit you. They are a long-term advertiser on TMOS. They have believed in us, and we believe in them. They've done a great job for Oscar. They'll do a great job for you. Just call 866-347-5748 to get a free life insurance quote, or visit smartterm.com/TMOS. That's smartterm.com/TMOS. That's where you'll find the license, disclaimer, and quality customer service. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Protect your family the smart way at smartterm.com/TMOS. Yes, Oscar
Their
Santana.
customer service is second to none. I can't say that enough. They walk you
Let me
through
give
it.
them an extra. Let me give them an extra because they deserve it. I want you write this phone number down, folks, because we talk about so many of our advertisers, and we've had Encore on for a long time, and I don't think we give them enough credit as to how much they have really been behind our show since almost the very beginning. 866-347-5748. That number. That's all the number you have to call. It doesn't cost you anything. You just get a free life insurance quote, or you can visit their website, smartterm.com/TMOS. And Oscar's right about the customer service. Okay, we're here. Rob has the death grip. He referred to it on one of his texts as a death sentence. So let's give Mr. Spiewak a call right now and see what's at. Now, I never know what phone to call because you don't know whether he's going to leave it in his kitchen or next to his.
He answers.
Is this his cell phone?
His landline. Direct line to Spiewak. Ah.
Is this Rob Spiewak?
Yes.
Hi, Rob. How are you?
1 foot in the grave. How are you?
Really? So you said death sentence, and now you say 1 foot in the grave. So you've got this stomach flu that's going around.
Actually, you know what I've started today is Tamiflu.
Oh, Tamiflu.
So is that the? So it's a flu thing you've got.
It is. It is. I've got the sore joints, and the puking is stopped, but it is lowered now to a lower portion, a lower exit to my body.
Oh. Well, actually, at least the faucet's still on. How many LBs have you lost?
You know what, Oscar? It's funny. I am down to 188.
His sense of humor is still intact. No.
Is your son recovered?
Robert has actually an appointment today with a GI doctor. Julia is still hurting. Carrie is the one who has made the fastest recovery, but she still feels pretty bad herself. Yesterday, this house looked like a Civil War hospital. It was the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
But
ultimately, do you think this is what your son had? Because we were talking about that. Is he making any kind of progress?
We will know more this afternoon. what we think, as we theorize with some doctors and also as just, putting our heads together as a family, Robert has had something digestive happening for like about a month. And then I think this flu came in and really screwed with him.
Oh. Okay, so he's a
Robert
different.
might have two things to play. But
here I was saying you don't give me good medical reports, and now we're getting a very thorough medical report. That's it. See, he has completely contradicted me.
Well, he's assimilated to Leesburg.
Yes, this is true. This is true. I was talking.
We have doctors out here, Oscar. We've got everything. Running water, the whole deal.
Well, so you are. It's now in the lower extreme. You have like the diarrheas.
Yes.
And,
as a matter of fact, I'm the tallest man you could ever call Squirt.
Oh, that's nasty. That is so nasty. And how's your lovely daughter doing?
She was actually on the fence about going to school today, but since it was a 2-hour delay,
she's recovering.
Yeah, she had the maybe the best story, and this will embarrass her horribly, but I'll tell it.
Please.
She was at a concert when it hit her. She had, there was no school on Wednesday, right? They canceled it early.
Yeah.
And so she got an invitation to go to a concert downtown. And she said, yeah, let's do it. And I said, you got no school tomorrow. Live it up. And between the opening band and the band she wanted to see, she threw up 3 times.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but like Daddy, nothing keeps her away from the show.
Well, no, and then...
I mean, the show that somebody else is putting on. The event. I didn't mean to. Well, he said harass him, so I'm harassing him with that. So,
but the thing is that now she's the true hero because she was invited by a friend and the friend's parents. They had to cut the evening short. So I feel really bad for her because her sudden sickness they had to call the evening short.
All right, you're gonna make me nauseous just listening to the way you're talking right now. So we're gonna
feel better, buddy.
I hope you feel better, and and speedy recovery. Drink plenty of fluids if you can keep them down, and a little white toast with maybe a little marmalade if you're feeling up for it later on today.
Always color with you.
Yes,
a little white toast, maybe some marmalade gravy.
Yeah, absolutely. Marmalade gravy. Yep, and maybe later on, maybe an entire roast turkey if you can stomach it.
Yes, but only the white meat because let's not go crazy.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Hey, guys, sorry I'm not there. Have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, sticky mouth Rob.
Maybe it was all that peanut butter.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad now for we were talking about his son. Now I'm still worried.
I'm worried.
I'm worried about
now,
his son, and I hope Robert gets the attention he needs.
The best news
obviously it's a little more serious.
He's overreacting and nothing happened. Right? That's the best
I hope
news.
so.
That's the best
I hope so. And so Julia's on the mend was on the fence going to school. Carrie's made a very speedy recovery, and you heard that Robert, his son, actually has a GI thing that he's dealing with. So I'm sorry, but that really leaves Rob as the biggest pussy in the house. That's just the way. That's kind of the way. It's kind of the way I look at it.
You know what? It's no mercy at this point.
I know. We have fun. We know he's going to be fun. Anyway, it's just we're a collaboration.
That's just the way you're raised, Mike. That's the way it goes.
Okay, tomorrow, we're not going to do it tomorrow. I want to get to your father said to you something that was very strange, and it was a very simple exchange that you had before the show this morning.
Yeah, my father, my mother, my sister-in-law, and my brother are all in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. They're all in Latin America, right? And they're on vacation. They're at my Tia Nina's house, and they are...
Tia Nina, she's such a lovely lady, Tia Nina. She make the bestest fricassee, Tia Nina. She wishes her Oscar, Tia Nina. We're going to go up there, Tia Nina.
So...
Tia Nina lives in the mountains of the Andes, just over La Paz.
And it's not La Paz, people. It's...
La Paz. La Paz.
La Paz.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
So they FaceTime me before the show, and I said, oh, FaceTime. And I had stopped. We were having a quick meeting. I said, I haven't talked to my family in a bit. And it's my mom, and my mom doesn't really know how to FaceTime, so all I see of my mom is the top of her head from nose up, and she's just doing the foreign FaceTime, and we're talking, And I'm letting her know the house is fine, everything's fine. I picked up her mail. I'm driving her car. Because,
You're a good son.
Because I don't want to put the my car in the snow. It just my car doesn't deserve that. So I have her vehicle. And she thought I was lying, but I actually am driving it. And
is that the Avalon?
She got a remember my brother.
Oh, the brother brought her a
Lexus.
brand new
Yeah,
Lexus, right?
Yeah. And
What kind of Lexus? Is it an ES?
It's
Is
just
it
an
one of
ES
those?
300.
Yeah, I had a girl.
guy.
All right, that's right. Good lady. All right. Good.
So I'm there. My mom says hi. She's, oh, I love you. I love your beard. And I said, yeah, there's just something different, something I'm doing. My MBA beard. And she goes, okay.
It's the beard Oscar grows when he's not flying.
So then
because
I go to my brother.
I swear to God, you walk through National Airport with that thing, and you're getting a cavity search. I guarantee.
And
it.
I go to my brother and sister, and they're all high-fiving, tanned, because it's sunny in Santa Cruz. They're just loving life.
Oh,
and
it's summer down there,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and by the way, they're from Boston, so they escaped the blizzard and went to sunny Santa Cruz.
Oh, bravo.
I go to my father, and my father's a man of few words. And as you know, Mike, he calls the show once in a while. And my father says, what's going on with that beard? What's going on? I goes, what are you, the Taliban now?
Now, let me ask you this.
Because he's already disgusted with my life, right? And what I've done with it.
Is he saying this with any degree of humor and ball busting, or what is he?
You heard it.
He sounded very, very serious.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the thing. The guy's got a first-hand, a front row seat to the shtick that I talk about on the show. It's real. This is what happens. It wasn't like, hey, Dad. He wasn't, hey, I miss you. How's school going? Like, how's everything going? No, it was like, hey, what's up with that beard? What are you, the Taliban? And then, because my dad's clearly pissed me off, I say, hey.
Why are you growing a beard, Oscar? Are you joining the Taliban? Are you joining the Taliban? I don't understand.
Well,
anyway.
Dad, yes, I picked up the Muslim faith and everything's changed. So I say that to my dad, completely joking around. And Rofo, what did my dad say?
Yeah. How about that?
No. He didn't say that. He was in Spanish. He said, that's not funny. That's nothing to laugh about. People might be listening.
So he bust your balls.
Yes.
Oh, my God. He's busting your balls. And then you answered trying to be humorous to take the whatever insult he's thrown your way. And then he says, don't joke about that. You people will be listening on the line.
That's what he said.
Does your father know that you are pursuing your higher education, which is something
he doesn't care, clearly, Mike. He doesn't care. He's just worried about the CIA or the NSA listening to my FaceTime from my parents in war-torn Bolivia.
Now, tell me about where they are exactly. Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. It's like Miami Beach without any ocean.
So it's a beautiful part of Bolivia.
Yeah, it's a sunny desert. That's all it is.
It's a sunny, and it's like known as a South American destination, vacation destination.
If you live in La Paz, you live there because you have to, and that's because my parents. That's where they grew up. That's the capital of Bolivia. Santa Cruz is where you go to vacation and live life. It's a Florida of Bolivia.
And you've been there yourself? Have you?
I have been there as a young man. The women are beautiful and they're all tanned.
Maybe that we can someday. You know what? You know how I want to take the show on the road
I'll
more
go
often.
There. Yeah, if you want cholera as well, let's do it.
So do you know cholera? You mean cholera?
Cholera, you know what I mean.
Cholera.
Cholera in Spanish.
Cholera sounds like some sort of new Slurpee or something like that.
Well, cholera is what they call it in Spanish.
A pina cholera.
Yeah.
So is the whole family there without you?
Yeah, I was invited.
But you couldn't make it.
No,
right?
I mean, Mike, some people have to pay a mortgage. We can't all be doctors and have cash stacked away in their Scrooge McDuck vaults.
But the doctors are all there?
Yeah, this is like the 10th vacation they've had. And you know what, Mike? I don't blame them. They've worked hard for it. I clearly made the wrong decision. Picked the wrong career.
We can commiserate. One of the things that Oscar and I talk about together, and this is true, we commiserate on the disrespect of our own families. And God love her, up in she's back in the hospital area of the assisted living facility because they're treating her leg for a blood clot. She's going to be fine. It's not life-threatening, but I've had frequent conversations with my mom, and I somehow mentioned the other day, this was exactly how the conversation went with her. I said, well, Carl and I went out for Valentine's Day. I've got a client here that they're called CH Wine Mom, and they send the most amazing bottles of wine.
You're sharing with her, yes.
And there's a pause, and she says, "Oh, so you're having a drink again?" Oh. And I said, "Yeah, Mom. I occasionally have a glass of wine. You you were so wonderful when you weren't. And I was just like going, yes, that's what that was. And now she's 94.
That's a kick to the nuts with a loafer.
I know it is, and she's up in the home, and I'm not gonna get into it and stuff like. But it just it's the whole deal, where apparently when I went up to Maine last year and I was teetotaling.
Why nice? You were boring.
I was.
I mean, we can say that now, right?
No, but I mean the fact is that
enough time's passed.
I'm having a glass of wine or two. I went out Valentine's Day and probably had 4 or 5, and I will tell you that I was perfectly charming then too.
Yeah.
It's just occasionally when I would have more than. But that's my family rap. You've got the same stuff you deal with. You have the rap. When they label you as the person that's not in the toe-the-line business, like medicine or investment banking, you get that kind of reputation.
I'm the property manager. They asked me if I picked up the mail. That's what they asked me. Yes. I picked up the mail from your home, which is 40 minutes out of my way every day. Yes.
And wouldn't it be safe to say, and I'm going to get on your bandwagon here, wouldn't it be safe to say that of all the kids in that family that you are the one, as far as the sweat equity, that probably visits your mom, takes care of your mom, shuffles your mom to and from appointments, things like that?
Yes.
You're the one that's there.
I didn't even mention this. I bought my parents a big screen TV for Christmas, and I remember I was so excited to give it to them, and it wasn't like, let's put it under the Christmas tree, let's show up all my siblings. I bought it and had it installed while we were there before Christmas, and my dad came into the room. He said, what's that? And I said, this is your big screen TV, so you can watch your soccer games on the satellite.
You go.
Enjoy,
You're there.
right?
You're there for her all the time. And who's the one in my family that's there all the time, that visits my sister, that's up there, that goes there, that takes her out? Oh, that's my sister.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. So I see. I don't fall
really
into that.
awkward now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
You just drink and call your mom. That's all you do.
Yeah, that's right. That's all I do.
Hey, Mom, I just ordered some Sewer CH wine. How's the hip doing?
That's all I do. No, it's just, what do you say? What do you say? That's like saying, that's not saying you were so wonderful when you were not. What the rap was, people talked about how great I was up in Maine. I say,
Mike,
I was great. Hold on. I was great up in Maine because I got my little guy running around. It was great to be up there. I spent the whole month. I've never been able to spend a month up there.
No.
I was doing the show,
Yeah.
and I'm going to spend more time up there this coming summer, and I'm very happy about that. That's what my life has changed a little bit, and I am a happy person.
Little Michael has changed your life.
Yes,
he
and
has.
that's and the fact is, what it's not the booze, but that what do I say to that? It sounds like,
and you can't lie to her.
You're not that monster you used to be, Mama.
And so I don't know.
As soon as you told her, she broke out the rosary. As soon as you told her, right?
Yeah, she's saying the rosary and going,
Please don't make him an a-hole. Don't do it. Don't let him be an a-hole. I don't want to do that.
but it's the same deal. So
It's the guilt.
that is why I believe that you and I share this. I think that you and I both have always felt, when it comes to the family, that not only, it's not just unconditional love, which there's an element of that in many families. And I think we have that.
We're lucky.
But there is a bit of a PR campaign that you have to kind of mount with your family, and it's stressful to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure we're not the only ones that have to do that.
No, but this is the thing. You face it head on. You could have lied to your 90. How old is she now?
94.
94-year-old mom and say, "No, Mom, it's just a sponsor. It's just business." But no, you told her.
Yes.
I'm sure she'd rather hear the truth, right, than the
said,
lie.
Yeah, occasionally I have a glass of wine, or I have I had 150 beers at Jimmy's, and that was. I mean, everybody knew I was expected to, and so I did that, and we went to the third location. So.
But the same thing with my
parents.
But
I felt horrible the day after. I didn't like it too much.
I have to tell you that, I can't, I joke around my dad because I try to just let it roll off my back. But when he tells me, no, people might be listening, I'm like, what is going on? Nobody is listening. People barely listen to this podcast, and we're online.
Right. And then, and that's once again why I'm jealous of Rob Spiewak, who drinks 750 beers with his father on a porch while his father's surfing porn. It's just not fair. It's not fair. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about movies, and I will tell you a review. They're pay-per-views. Don't see them in theaters. That's how I do it. That's how I roll, baby. And there are a couple of them, and I'm going to say nice things, but yet not nice things. Kind of right on the fence.
I'd love to hear your review.
The Birdman movie, Birdman, and St. Vincent.
All right.
Two movies that are kind of in their own little way similar. We'll do that when we come back. We'll take a break on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You've heard me talk about my sleep number bed and how great I sleep. Last night, I did a little experiment with the old setting on my sleep number, and thanks to my Sleep IQ technology, it improved my sleep scores, and I'm very, very happy about that. If you've considered a sleep number bed but thought that you couldn't afford one, well, let me ask you this. Can you really afford another restless night's sleep? I tweaked mine down to a 70 from an 85, and lo and behold, I slept a little bit better. I didn't think I could improve on that. Right now, during the Ultimate Sleep Number event, you can save 50% on a limited edition bed. Every new Sleep Number bed is available with Sleep IQ technology. They're built-in sensors that tell you how you're sleeping, which allows you to make adjustments, like I did, and optimize your sleep. My Sleep Number setting is now a 70. Carla's is a 65. You will only find Sleep Number at a Sleep Number store. Come in during the Ultimate Sleep Number event, where queen mattresses start at $599.99. Plus, you can save 50% on a limited edition bed. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today only at one of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. Again, that's 800-511-0061. Don't forget to smile and tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you, everybody. Okay, last night I finally dove in. I love the fact that, this pay-per-view season is really honest. Lots of great new movies
Academy
that come
Awards
available
are coming up.
that you haven't seen. Yep, and Birdman is the Michael Keaton movie that is nominated, and I give it a good solid 7. It was a good movie.
Not bad from you.
And that's on the heels of seeing the Bill Murray movie that got some nominations as well, St. Vincent.
I saw St. Vincent in the theater. There was 5 people in it, 2 couples, and me. Just me.
It was the thing. Have you seen Birdman yet?
I
you had
have
a chance
not.
to see
I
Birdman?
have seen another Academy Award nominee that I'll tell you about in a second, but I have not seen it. I do want to see it. You can spoil it for me, though.
I can't. I'm not trying to spoil it, but at the same time, there is a darkness in both these movies that's similar. You've got the aging actor Bill Murray, aging actor Michael Keaton in this, and some new techniques. Some might say some self-serving techniques, but I say yes, it's very innovative. I feel as though I'm somebody that says give us new concepts and new original stories, and I'm all about that. So Birdman does that. It's terrific. A star that's might have been on some hard luck for a while, Michael Keaton, comes back with this vehicle, somewhat autobiographical, with him playing a former superstar like he was Batman. But the fact is that it's a good movie. It's a good story. I urge you to make your own determination. But at the same time, much like St. Vincent, there is a darkness in some of these movies that I feel as though the filmmakers are trying to go just as dark as they can, because if the thing they seem to be most afraid of is creating any kind of Lifetime movie. And what I'd like to see is something in the middle where movies don't get credit just because they don't fit any stereotype. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I could see
I'm
that.
asking for something very difficult here because
they're so dark. For St. Vincent, I can speak to. They're so dark. It's just that. Look, why can't a critically acclaimed movie be an effing happy movie instead of just this? Okay, you see this raw side of people. I don't mind seeing that. The Shawshank Redemption. Wonderful movie. At the end, Andy Dufresne's sand in this boat in Mexico
and it's this
somewhere.
Dream scenario ending. And you know what? The Shawshank Redemption among film critic circles is a very seriously panned movie. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And it is panned because they talk about the comic book nature of it. Well, you know what? at least it was kind of based on the Stephen King short story.
Yes.
An original idea. I like that. I want as much as I clamor for original stories, I still don't mind if they give you a little old-fashioned Hollywood in
Movies.
there, and something where you walk out feeling pretty good about yourself, and and it is kind of a feel-good story with St. Vincent. It is, but at the same time, you've got to wade through really some darkness. Here's the point I want to make about St. Vincent. Didn't you feel that the darkness of the story, and I'll put it up there with a TV series like Shameless.
Okay.
Don't you feel the darkness lacks credibility because it's so dark?
Yes.
Do you understand where they make it cartoon dark?
Yeah, the only way I could buy that credibility is if it was based off a true story. That's the only way. If you're manufacturing this real, raw, rough side of the underbelly of society, then I don't know where this has all come from. Too many bad things can happen like this.
Yeah, and then when I watch something like this, like Shameless, they make it kind of fluffy, but it's despicable.
Oh, over the top.
And usually despicable behavior, like Bill Murray's in St. Vincent,
yes,
and also William H. Macy in Shameless, the despicable behavior normally would be there wouldn't be anything redeeming about it.
That
you know
cycle
what I mean?
doesn't end. There's no soft side to it.
No, exactly. You're not a soft side. And I think to a certain extent in Birdman, it's the theater community at the same time. And they make the dark so very, very dark that I had a little trouble with the credibility. But at the same time, I'd rather see the new ideas. St. Vincent original movie, really, really unique, very, very good. Birdman, same thing. Watch it for yourself and figure it out. But I guess what I'm saying, I always clamor for original ideas, but I guess I don't clamor for original endings. I like old-fashioned Hollywood endings. I'd like to see more of that.
St. Vincent had a little bit of that, and we're not spoiling
a little
anything.
bit, yeah, it does. St. Vincent gives you a little
Yeah.
sunshine at the end, which is okay. But
I like that.
But it's just, and Bill Murray. The only thing I wanted to say about Bill Murray, how long has he been tired?
Well,
how long has he been tired on camera?
What's rough about seeing that movie, because you don't get to see Bill Murray as much as you used to, and my only reference point is when they have Caddyshack on or Ghostbusters is on. So I just remember this young guy.
He's always been the frumpy, sloppy guy. I mean, that's what he's been.
But it doesn't. The sands of time have not been kind to him. So when I see him in St. Vincent, I say, this is what he looks like in real life.
Right.
Like there wasn't some makeup artist that had to come in and say, let's age you.
No, and in fairness to Bill Murray, he doesn't he doesn't tweak that up. He didn't care about that.
No.
And he can be very, very funny. Like the Saturday Night Live reunion when he did Jaws.
Yes.
That was that to me was the funniest moment on Saturday Night Live where he did Jaws. That to me was hysterically funny.
We know so much about his persona, or at least we think we do, because there's so many reports about it that you're like, this guy can't be that much of a dick. And then you see him acting like a dick in St. Vincent. You're like,
and a lot of his other movies too,
right?
Yeah.
Who
it's just
is this guy?
I'm kind of over that. I'd like to see Bill Murray play an energetic Santa Claus character. That would be fantastic. But that's not. It's not going to happen.
Like a comedian, like something that's funny again. Something that's funny.
Yeah, and movies just. I think this is my opinion of modern day Hollywood. I think when you get one of these independent movies that's made, I think they are desperately afraid to make a movie that falls into any cliche, that falls into any overly sappy, overly syrupy. And they're so mindful of that I think they go too far in the other direction.
I've got a movie for you that's right
All
in the middle. It's called Begin Again. It was on, I know you have DirecTV, but I had Comcast, and it's under the Academy Award nominees.
Okay.
And Begin Again, it has Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley. And I love
Keira Knightley.
At first, I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. But I put it on. And Mike, you're gonna love it. It's about an A&R guy because record guys. We've all known record
ducks.
Guys,
that's
right?
what we said. These are the guys. A&R guys are guys that used to promote
it's a
records to
record
radio
duck
stations.
that's down on his luck and finds Keira Knightley, and it's not. The story goes as it goes, but I think you'll enjoy it, and I'd love you to watch it. I think you could watch it with Carla, and you both would enjoy it.
Yeah, and Birdman, if you see it, send me a message. I like to hear what people say about these particular movies and the ending for Birdman. I'd love an interpretation of it. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody right now, but just a little weird and great acting, very unique. Zach Galifianakis is in it. I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. It's just it's pretty long on the darkness too.
Edward Norton,
very much. Edward Norton, incredible,
phenomenal
in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Emma Stone. Best thing I've ever seen her do.
Oh.
And Michael Keaton, as much as I know he got nominated, he's Michael Keaton being Michael Keaton. Okay, want to see my Michael Keaton impression here?
Yes.
Hey. There you go, Michael Keaton. I've never been a fan, sorry. But I give him his props for that. We'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of the program brought to you by Blue Apron. Woo! I love when people send me a Facebook message and they show me their kitchen where they've got all their supplies that were delivered by Blue Apron, and they're all over their kitchen getting ready to make their locally sourced food, and it's straight to their door, and all the ingredients are there. Thank you for sending me that. You will love BlueApron.com. They give you step-by-step recipe cards, prep time for all the meals, only 35 minutes. It's easy. It's fast. It's better than going to the grocery store. They give it all to you. Say goodbye to frozen dinners. Say goodbye to takeout. And say hello to healthy, balanced, home-cooked meals. Blue Apron is offering 2 free meals in their first week's Box O Meals. All you have to do is just pick your plan to enjoy this offer. $9.99 per meal for 2 people or $8.74 per meal for families. Just visit blueapron.com/TMOS, and the offer will automatically be applied before checkout. That's blueapron.com/TMOS. A lot of people are sending me these messages because they're talking about how much fun they are having getting ready to make their wonderful home cooked meal from blueapron.com.
I love seeing that, Mike.
Boo. The not always reliable National Enquirer says Jay-Z may have a 21-year-old son. Who cares? Anyway, and he's trying to avoid him and responsibility for him. The man's name is, who knows? It's the Enquirer. So, I mean, all I'm doing is reporting this.
How dare you, Mike?
The man's name is Reimer Satterthwaite.
Reimer's his first name?
Reimer is his Satterthwaite, and he claims Jay and his mom used to get busy in the early 90s. Reimer's mom supposedly tried to get Jay, I love it when they call him Jay, Jay-Z, to take a paternity test in 2010, but the New Jersey judge handling the case said he had no jurisdiction because Jay provided proof that he lived in New York. But last year, Reimer filed a civil lawsuit claiming Jay lied about his address. The lawsuit says that Jay owns 3 homes in New Jersey, and the 2 New York addresses he gave the court were bogus. One was actually his office, and the other turned out to be a parking garage. So I don't know. You know,
when you have so much
fame
and fortune, you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork. I heard a great interview with Jay-Z where he didn't meet his father until a few months before he passed because his father had walked away from their life at a very young age.
Right.
And he reconciled with him, but the first time they ever were going to meet up after he was famous, his father didn't show. Can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to deal with a lot of stuff, man. Heavy stuff.
Incredible. But, you know, when it comes to paternity, usually if the person's persistent and they really do believe they're in the right, that normally settles itself.
Yeah, it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger deal. Kid looks just like you.
Absolutely, yes. And if the kid does look anything like Jay-Z, well, he got hit by the lucky stick. Anyway, those Kim Kardashian selfies, so spontaneous, so natural, or are they? A source says Kim pays a Photoshop expert $100,000 a year to touch up her selfies before she shares them with the world. I believe this. This woman is on call 24/7 and will, quote, deliver a revamped image in less than 30 minutes. The originals are destroyed once they're touched up, so no one will ever see them, and the woman has signed a non-disclosure agreement, so she'd be in big trouble if she secretly kept any that they somehow got out. I keep every single one of them. You know?
There goes that agreement.
Okay, save the one with the giant zit on Kim's right cheek. Thank you very much. Vanilla Ice was arrested yesterday for stealing furniture from a home that's in foreclosure in Lantana, Florida. Thank you, listeners, for sending me this story. The most sent story to Mike O'Mara. Yes, Vanilla Ice gets arrested. Police say Ice, a.k.a. Robbie Van Winkle, also stole a pool heater, a bicycle, and some other stuff. It happened sometime in the last 3 months. Ice has been renovating a nearby house, possibly for his cable show, The Vanilla Ice Project. Thank you, reality television. And police found the stolen loot after getting a search warrant. So we will see what happens with Robbie Van Winkle. You know,
after all these years, you get it. You finally get bounced back. You have this cable show, which I think it's in its fifth season.
Right.
And then you figure out you got to remodel this house, but the budget's just not there, Mike. So
but here it is.
gotta figure this out.
Look, I don't defend any criminal at all, but you're in a neighborhood, right? Your house has gone to foreclosure. Nobody's there anymore. You know what I mean?
It's like worker ants.
But taking the pool heater, that seems to be a pretty significant construction project. You know?
Yeah.
You got say there's a bicycle that's been sitting out there for 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe the bike. It's like, well, okay, nobody's going to be here. The thing about Florida, you have to be aware of this. We have one down here. One of the McMansions down here. They go empty for long periods of time. And I'm not talking about seasonally. There are people that have ka-ching that sometimes they're at their other homes and they don't make it down here. And you say, there's one place here. I swear to God, I love it.
Just sit there and eat your Culvers and watch it.
This is where sit in the driveway. Try the lock again. No, but so you have to be mindful of the fact that even though somebody's not there, it's their stuff.
They could be there.
A new Dr. Seuss book called What Pet Should I Get is coming out on July 28th. Now, obviously, that's not literally new since Dr. Seuss died in 91. He wrote it sometime between 1958 and 1962. I am very blessed that when I was born, I believe there was a golden age of children's books because it was a baby boom era. Robert McCloskey with One Morning in Maine and Make Way for Ducklings. Then you got the Dr. Seuss. 1959 is when I was born. His widow, Audrey Geisel. Hello, Miss Geyser. She found it along with some other papers while cleaning out his office space in 2013. It features the brother and sister from One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish going to the pet store to pick out a pet. I'll have to get this from my little guy. The last book Dr. Seuss published before his death was Oh, the Places You'll Go, and that was in 1990. At least 2 more books will be published from the material that Audrey found. So any more, Dr. Seuss is good for America, baby. That's the way I look at it.
They don't make them like that anymore.
I don't know how this will go over in America, but it's going to kill in France. And unfortunately, we, as much as I love working with you two guys, when I'm looking at Rofo and I'm looking at Oscar, we don't have the man that this story is really for today because he's vomiting and enjoying explosive diarrhea at home. Jerry Lewis will play Nicolas Cage's father in a movie called The Trust.
What?
Is this the final nail in the coffin of Nicolas Cage? That's what I'm curious about.
That's not the guy you go to bring buzz to your movie, right?
Yeah, he'll play Nicolas Cage's father. It would get me into a movie theater, though, to see Nicolas Cage. Jerry
if he was
Lewis.
making Face Off 3 and he was swapping faces with a Jerry, that'd be hilarious.
Cage and Elijah Wood, there's a big name, are playing 2 crooked cops who plan a heist to steal some drug money. Jerry, his last on-screen role was in Max Rose in 2013, where he played a guy who finds out that his wife of 65 years may have cheated on him. That year, he also played a bellboy in a Brazilian movie called, I don't know if you've ever seen this, Oscar, Till Luck Do Us Part 2.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't.
Never saw that one?
No,
okay.
Not in Brazil.
All right, we're almost at the finish line. Stay with me, baby. I know we shouldn't take this too seriously because if we do, it means that all of us are battling some serious demons. According to a new study at Baylor University, checking your phone too much could be a sign of depression.
Oh,
Now, this is an easy story, I think. You throw this out there and everybody's going to be concerned.
Why
because
would you
we all
be
look at our
depressed
phone.
if you're looking at your Facebook page? You got a lot of friends.
Well, it says here it's a sign that you may be in depression because you are constantly trying to find something to alter your mood. Just a second. Carla? I'm sorry. Okay. The researchers say it's similar to other types of addiction where you do something to distract yourself so you can forget about all the stuff you're stressed about. Just a second. Honey? Okay. But they also found that people who are prone to mood swings are more likely to be addicted to their phones. So maybe depressed people just check their phones more often. I'm home. I'm sorry, that's terrible. And now we move along with a
you
little.
walk through the door, and then she's like, "Oh, I gotta check my Facebook status."
Oh, last night. To be honest with you, we sat lay in bed together. I was watching Birdman, and she was watching Facebook all night.
Maybe she was fielding those United Nations letters that want back into the fold.
Yes, this is true. The people that I will give a reprieve to.
Yes.
And there's never any guarantee on that. Let's make that really clear. Here's a little something. How is it that in 2015, when there's a naked woman running through traffic, no one pulled out the aforementioned cell phone and took a picture? It didn't happen. Come on, people. If your breakfast is worthy of a photo, so is a crazy naked lady. Come on, you're not doing your job. 31-year-old Amy Carter of Amy Carter, isn't that the president's daughter? Wow, I like that. Amy Carter, sorry about that, of Orlando, Florida, of course, was drunk or high on something on Sunday night. The police aren't sure what, but Amy wound up stripping naked, running through traffic, stopping in front of a stranger's Lexus to fondle herself, and then climbing onto the Lexus to stomp around on the hood and roof.
Connie Keaton.
The cops got there and managed to get Amy off the car, but she put several dents in it. She was arrested for criminal mischief, and listen to this charge. I love the laws on the books here in Florida. Criminal mischief and exposure of sexual organs. That's on the books. That's the charge. This story brought to you by Visit Florida, whose new slogan should be, Florida, they're all here. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get out of here. They are. I swear to God, they are all here. Thank you very much, Rofo. Thank you, Oscar Santana.
Thank you.
Yes. Rob Spiewak, please feel better. Tomorrow will be another day. We'll find out what's going on. You're off to business school tomorrow, correct?
Yes, Mike. Thank you for the
That's
reprieve.
right.
Good luck tomorrow.
Look forward to the long weekend. That's it. Another Mike O'Mara show has come and gone. Be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you wish to correspond with the Mike O'Mara Show with a letter or package, send it to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177. To get your message or birthday request into our Wednesday or Thursday mailbag, email Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. The Mike O'Mara Show relies on your word of mouth. Tell a friend or family member about TMOS and make sure they get it too. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara inviting you to join us again for another episode of The Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
Feel better, Rob. Ciao, ciao.
Whoa, wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.